Hey there, how we doing today? Today we're taking a look at the SPB519 Seiko Prospex GMT, and this is a Heritage Diver, a 1968 Heritage Divers 1968 Heritage Divers GMT watch. So yes, a long title and mouthful, but we're looking at the SPB519. It is the middle of the summer when I'm recording this video, and this watch came out in June. So a few weeks ago, and it is definitely Seiko's watch of the summer. It's got that kind of yacht rock look to it. It's got the marine lifestyle look with the ceramic blue bezel, the white, silvery white dial, real pure white look, and the bright red. So blue, red, and white. It's patriotic, and it's also very well known in the marine life categories. You see them a lot on, marine flags, the color combination and everything. So this is one of the models. This is not a limited edition. This is a new model they introduced for the Seiko's 60th anniversary of the Seiko Dive watch. So what they did is they did a small upgrade for the 60th anniversary, and this one, the 68 model, it used to be 200 meters. They produced it before, of course, with different colorways, and now it is 300 meters or 1,000 feet. So a little upgrade. The watch is also slightly bigger than the previous 68 Heritage Divers, and the movement we got in here is the caliber 6R54, and it features the GMT function. GMT allows time to be displayed in two different time zones, because I know us watch people always talk about GMT, and people who are new to it might not know what GMT means, but basically it gives you like a dual time zone. So let's say you live in Miami and then you're going off to Paris, you've got both times on your dial with the two different hands. The GMT time is the red hand there, while the traditional hands are your regular time on that. And again, the bezel here, the bright blue, is got the ceramic bezel on it, and it's a ceramic bezel insert. It's a really pleasing blue. It's not too dark where it appears black sometimes, and it's not too bright where it kind of takes away from it. And then the dial, again, it's a really pure white. It's really strong, but it's kind of got like a little bit of a silver undertone, so it's like a silvery white, so very clean, refreshing. And then the red is a bright red and an intense red that really kind of pops from the face and the dial there, so you can easily see that GMT hand in this model. Some of the models you see the GMTs, the hand kind of is a little more hidden, but this red one on the white dial makes it really easy to see, and it also kind of makes it different than the traditional hands on the watch. And overall, I think it's a great looking watch. It's a good addition, and I love that they didn't just stick with like the blue and white like they did a few years ago with a lot of the models. They made the blue a little bit brighter, and then they add the red to give it a little more pop. And again, you see a lot of like sailboat flags, a lot of yachting flags with the color combinations of blue, white, and yellow. So it does really continue in that marine tradition. And for the lugs here, the lugs on this guy, for those of you who like to switch the bands, this one is a 20 millimeter. So if you were going to get another strap, 20 millimeter would be the size you're looking for. But this bracelet, I know I said strap, but bracelet because it's metal. This bracelet is a great bracelet. Especially considering other bracelets that Seiko's made in the past. They've made some vast improvements in this one. The looking at the clasp is really tight. It's nice. I'll take a look at it in a second. I'll bring the back of the bracelet for you so you can see it. And it's a three-fold clasp with secure lock, but look at how nice and clean the extra secure lock on is there. It fits right into it. it gives it nice lines. You can see it pops out. Just a big improvement. And then here you got the wetsuit adjustment, so you can make it a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, depending, if it needs to go over the suit or not. And I love the push button deployment there. Just a really nice add-on for the watch. And I've seen Seiko do it to a couple of their dive watches that are coming out in the 60th anniversary. And to me, that's great. I'm happy that they finally started looking at the bands a little bit more. And I got on my wrist here. I got a 7.5 inch wrist. The case size of this guy is a 42 millimeter, and lug to lug, top to bottom, it's 48.6. But the main diameter, when you're talking, it would be the 42 millimeter. Now thickness, it is a 13.3 thickness, but you can see how the lugs kind of curve down towards my wrist there, and it makes it not feel as big. It doesn't kind of pop out or stick out like some other 42 millimeter watches might. So even though it's 42, I feel like it kind of sits on the wrist more like a 40 millimeter than a 42, especially just because the way the lugs were designed. And this is, of course, a remake of a heritage watch, and it's a great looking Seiko watch. It's a great looking head. And here, let's take a look at the dark. Beautiful lume. As always with this, it's got 72-hour power reserve and a 24 joule movement in it. So the case and the bracelet, stainless steel, and it's got the anti-reflective coating on the inner surface of the crystal. So all in all, a great addition to the Seiko line. I think this watch would look good, with any kind of summer getup you got going on. And it was a nice surprise. It's a good looking watch. Some small improvements that I think are the way Seiko should keep going with it. But thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you next